Peggy, and I'm going to show you how I made this adorable card. I have some folks that serve our country and make it so that we can have freedom, and I wanted to thank them, and so I wanted to make this card. I wanted to make a patriotic card. I really wanted to start out by using this little star Stamp and Punch that's brand new, coming out June the 2nd from Stampin' Up. And so I went on Pinterest and I did some searching around, and I ran across this that apparently it was put out a couple years ago by a young lady named Janice Myers. I could not find her site. Somebody had pinned this, and I looked for her site and couldn't find it. So, Miss Janice Myers, thank you for this great idea. Let me tell you what I used, and then we're going to get busy and make this card. I'm going to be using our Top Note die cut. It's called the Biggs Top Note, and this is still available in our catalog, so we're going to use that. I'm going to use our, oh, I forgot the name of this. Isn't that funny? It's our dot. Oh my goodness, I use it all the time and I can't think of the name. Anyway, I'll run it across the bottom. I'm going to use that embossing folder. I'm going to use my black memento, and I'm going to have to use my London Fog memento because my slate is packed for a class that I'm having on Friday. I'm going to be using Whisper White. We're going to do an A2 size card. I'm going to be using our little bling that we have, and I'm going to be using a set, a part of the set called, what's the name of this one called? It is called Itty Bitty Accents, and I'm actually going to use the star, so we're going to use that. And the stamp set I'm using is called Something to Say, and I'm going to use that right there, the thank you, and now go change the world. I thought that would be very appropriate for around the 4th of July and to someone that was going to serve their country. So let me just show you what I did first. I took a piece of my cardstock, and I had this tape, and actually first I thought it was washi tape, and it's not. It's a red electrical tape, and I'm just going to go ahead and tape this across the bottom here. And I think I did about 6 rows. I'm hoping I can get it straight this time. I did pretty good first time around. Grab my scissors here. So I'm just going to put 6 of these on here, like so. And I don't measure. I figure it'll still look red, white, and blue, and that's the goal. I'd like to get it kind of straight if I could. Well, let's get this going here. And once I get all 6 of these on here, then I'm going to take a little piece of the navy blue, and I am going to emboss it and stick it on here, and then I will cut my big note. Now on my first card here, my sample card, I forgot to do that. I forgot to adhere the blue before I cut it, and with the die cut, and then I had to go around and fussy cut it, and it turned out all right. So if you don't remember, you can still make it do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to do one more. I'm going to lay this over here. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Alright, so what I did on mine is I went ahead, and of course you could use washi tape. You could also use cardstock, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that around the edge, like so. Alrighty. Now, I don't know if that's how the young lady that did this, Miss Janice, did hers, but this is how I'm going to do mine. She might have used cardstock. Alright, so there's that part. Now, I've got to find my little piece of blue paper, and let's see. Oh, here it is right here. And I'm going to tape that probably about there. And I'm going to use our new Fast Fuse adhesive. I think I better put a little bit on the edge there where we're going to cut. Alrighty, so I'm actually going to put it right about there, I think should work. Okay, now I'm going to go over to my Big Shot, and I'm going to lay this on here like so and cut that, and I'll be right back. So there we are so far. Okay, so now my next thing I'm going to do is to show you that how I'm going to really quickly stamp those little stars. And let's see, we got to have those, so let me pull those out here. Alright, What's really cool, I said this in another video, wasn't sure if they matched, the 3 matched, and look, they do. Is that like awesome or what? I'm really anxious to use this one. I found a really cute idea with some flowers, and I think I'm going to kind of snatch that idea and do my own little thing there. Alright, so I'm really bummed because look what I did. I put my star on crooked when I applied it. So, I don't know if I can turn it now or not. I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I need to have my star this way, so when I stamp it I can punch. Now that may not stay there, and I may have to do some E6000 glue to make it stick, but I'm just going to go ahead and stamp, see, 5 of these I believe. And actually, oops, I got those too close, so now I got to do 2 more. Wasn't paying attention. And just for good measure, in case I don't do enough, there. Alright. And again, I would have used my slate, but I'm packed up for my card class that I'm having, my workshop on Friday. Everything's packed. And I didn't want to go to all the trouble to unpack it just to do this card because I had that other ink available. Then you just do like all the others and you match this up, which I love because this is so much easier than fussy cutting all these little stars. Okay, so there's the 5. These punches work awesome. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, then I'm going to get all these together, like so, and I'm going to go ahead and just dab a little bit of my mono adhesive here and put these bad boys down. Let's see, and I want one over here. And I didn't do it in all the corners because I wanted to kind of flip up a little bit to give it a little more dimension. Oh, by the way, I used the Argyle here, not the Stampin' Up! One. This is another one. I think this one was by Lifestyles. And that's one of the things I tell my customers as well, my students in my classes. If you already have something that's similar, if you see me doing something and you already have something similar, please do not run out and get Stampin' Up! Just because that's what I do. And here's my philosophy for you demonstrators out there that might be watching this. You're like, no, don't tell them that. You want them to buy. Absolutely I do. But I go honesty with them. If I wouldn't do it, I don't expect them to do it. So, if like I already have this embossing folder, I'm going to use it. And I'll use that $7.95 to buy something I don't have. Now I'm going to use some of our little bling, put right in the center. And I use my paper piercer, usually from Stampin' Up, but this one was laying there. This one, who's this from? Couture Creations. And so, you know, again, I use what I have, and obviously I do have the paper piercer from Stampin' Up, but it's across the room. Alright, so my flag is pretty well done there. Now the next thing I'm going to do, and I'll bring that back over. Let's see, where's my card front? Here we go. I'm going to go over and I'm going to emboss using this folder. Like so. I'll run this through my Big Shot and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and I went ahead and I embossed the front of this. So I will adhere this on, which I really do. I'm liking this Fast Fuse because, oh my goodness, it is really sticking, which I've always had an issue with getting things to stick on embossed surfaces. This adhesive is awesome. Now I will tell you this. If you put it in the wrong place, too bad, so sad, it's stuck. So there you are. So there's that piece. Okay, so we're doing good so far. Then I'm going to bring in this scrap of paper, my black memento, and I'm just going to stamp thank you. Now what I do is, I could have brought out my banners, dies, the itty bitty banners, but again, that's packed for a class that I've got coming up Friday. So I'm just going to stamp it right here. There we go. And while I'm stamping, I'm going to go ahead and stamp inside my card that says, now go change the world. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to do something on the inside of my card. You see that little thing right there? I have no idea where that came from. Oh. Would that answer the question? Oh, I'm getting it all over the place. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Okay, my goodness. I re-inked my ink pad and I got it on the sides, and so I made some mistakes here on the inside of my card, so I fixed them. I'm going to put a star there, and then I'm going to come back in. I think I'm going to add just a couple more stars around there, just because I have all of those little black marks. They're going to drive me crazy. And then I'm not sure that I like this idea down here, but I put a piece of the red across there. But you can still see that. So that's going to drive me crazy too. So I may just have to put a star there. I don't know what I'm going to do. So we'll see. See, I'm thinking if I put a star there, nobody would ever see it. I'll use this to kind of show you. So there you go. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But I'll do that off camera. So you know what? I'm not going to throw things away. When I make a little bloop, I make a little bloop. So there you are. So now I've got to go back and re-stamp the thank you because of that yucky ink on the side of my lid. And so I'm going to try it again. And let's see. I think I'm just going to flip it over and do it down here. There we go. For some reason, I'm getting ink on the side of there. It's driving me crazy. It's like once you get a dab of ink somewhere, it seems like it just goes everywhere. Driving me crazy. Then I'm going to bring in my paper piercer. Or I mean my paper trimmer. Now I got myself all whopper-jawed here. That's not going to work there. There. Now we're straight. Alright, so here we are. That's good. Save that for later. I'm not 100% happy with that. And then I want to make this into a little banner. So I'm just going to trim like so. There we go. Put my paper trimmer away. Alright, honey police. All of a sudden this got crazy. Alright, then I'm going to just take one of these and put here and one and put there. These are my little dimensionals, which I love the little dimensionals. As I said in another video, if I'm doing something big, I kind of use my foam tape. But on my little things, these are the perfect size. So there you go. Alright, then I'm going to add my thank you. Okay, honey police, what a mess I made. But it'll get better. So, let me bring the good one in and show you. There's my card. And again, thank you to Miss Jean Myers for her idea. Now, go change the world. I hope you've enjoyed the video. And I'll see you soon. Bye.